Hopefully we're... Good morning, comrades. How are we doing on this absolutely fine day? Here's the Hearts of Iron music, which I definitely remembered to put on this time. We have never had these problems in the past. It has never happened. Nuh-uh. Anyway, you can see achievements. We are going in historical mode. And we are going to Macau your day. For you see, I have read a lot of the Hearts of Iron wiki in the last few days. And in fact, I have even gone so far, let's ignore what this is, I don't know what that is. But I have gone so far to go ahead and win the world as Wales, to test the theory, basically. It really did just test the theory, there was nothing else really to it. Hopefully that is no tech errors going on this time around, because I may or may not have had a lot of tech errors. And I'm being very careful about what I post for the next month. Yes, month. Because it is April, not June. You see, in June, I'll be in a competition. Meaning that my competition will know exactly what I'll be doing. And obviously, that's a danger in itself. Okay, so we have no one in Macau right now, so that's fine. And what we're going to do is instantly go to civilian oversight. You'll see why later. Now, Porto will be a site of a revolution, so we do not want to build up Porto in any regard. We'll also want to start forming the Popular Front. We'll start wanting to look at very nice researchers. One of the researchers, we're going to get electrical and mechanical engineering and basic machine tools. We're also going to be looking instantly at making some convoys for easy and stuff. China is Portuguese, says my Brazilian self. You lovely, lovely folk. Okay. And there we are. And there we are, Jose. And we shall go through with this immediately. Straight on the border with Spain, for we know we will be fighting them. Now, will we take part in the Spanish Civil War? Yes. Yes, that is the answer. We just are. We, in fact, are taking these two first and then going out here. And the whole reason is because we can get the Iberian Union if we are doing easy enough stuff. Now, I do want you guys to know that there is a chance that it fails. If it fails, it really doesn't matter. Because what we want is here. Now, we can get this as the game starts, but we'll have a civil war, so I don't want to risk a vassal being transferred. So we're going to try our hardest to keep under 80% compliance. Now, is this going to take a lot of you guys reminding me? Yes, it is. We are going to forget and go over. It's unironically very strong. I think you will do well. I think we will. I mean, to be fair, the communist path is not the strongest path they can go. In fact, the strongest path that Portugal can go is down here. Just because you can do Macau my day. Like, you can get collaboration governments just anywhere, right? In fact, we will get a collaboration government in probably here and here, just because it's actually just easier. They'll give us more for being collabs than being actual states. Now, the whole plan is basically we bully China ASAP. As soon as possible. Like, literally instantly. If I can bully them within the first, like, few months, we're doing it. Like, I was almost tempted to go the fascist line, because it just gives us war faster. Like, if you want a really fast way to guarantee victory, is you just want to run down this line. You want to go national syndicalism. Even if you go Fifth Empire, doesn't really matter. You just want that focus, because if stability is above 60%, which it will be, congratulations, you just get it. It's beautiful. So where are we going to plan? By the way, you can do the same as Japan. Just pointing out, you can get 80% compliance quite quick, especially if you're using intelligence agencies, and that means Japan can have an amazingly efficient game. Now, we could use the PIDE, and we will. We're forming it. We're forming it early game. This is a terrible idea for most countries, right? To form an intelligence agency early game is a terrible idea 90% of the time. But, given our current situation and what we're going to be up against, it is one of our best options. Because what we're going to have on top of China usually, Spanish Civil War has to have began, so we want unreliable army reserves immediately. We also want to be looking at army offense and old guard. So army offense it is. is it cooler to conquer China as Japan or Portugal? It's cooler for Portugal. No, I'm just saying, like, you can use the same strat as Japan for the easiest game ever. How's it going, Water? Honestly, you should... I'm glad to have moderation here, because this game is going to be something. We're going to incite rage among everyone. You see, we've already got about, you know, 2% of the way to part of the achievement already done. This is going to be first 5 minutes, I should point out, because conquering all of China isn't a tough task, especially if Britain starts decolonizing, which they're not. So, what we're going to have to look for doing is we're going to bully China. We're going to join the Axis as a communist nation. Just pointing this out, because we have to play the communist path, also known as it is the most strong at-home path possible. Yes, you can protect China and get the Guangxi clique, but that's so far along the line, we would have already invaded. Like, that would have happened. It's past tense. Are you taking Tibet? Well, hey, that's a political question. One that we will get to when that road is open. If it is for... Okay, I'll put this in a much better way. If it's in the achievement, we will. If it is not in the achievement, we will not. Okay, I think that is an easier way to put it. Yeah, I also want you guys to know that we will create this collab government in the Raj, and we'll create it in China. The reasoning why the Raj, by the way, is the same reason why China. But the difference is you can just declare war on the Raj and get away with it. Like, these guys are bullyable. These guys you can just beat. If you can take China, India's easy. And then you have the two most populous nations happily owning all of the land that you need. Now, I do know ways around China's entire system of keeping people away. By the way, just as a by the way, one way to subvert any spy agency, I found out, is just don't have the capital highlighted. So if I had someone here, I can keep them there, and the chance of them getting taken is very low. So I'd want to do that in mainland China. Say I wanted to bully China, but sadly we're wanting to bully the Guangxi clique, so we're gonna have to sit there and deal with it. And we will continuously keep upgrading this soon enough. But that is soon enough. We will not be doing that as of yet. As of late, we will not be thinking anything of that. Right, and then will we start taking a nation in arms? Division and organization. Do I even want that? Unify leftist youth? I almost don't want to take this. Wait. Communist opinion. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're becoming communist early. Right. How? I'm almost tempted to restart. I didn't realize you could do this so quick. In fact, we'd have to do this anyway. We're gonna do this. This is the easiest way around. We become communist early. It requires a rule of following. That's fine. That's 140 days. I actually think this might be faster now, just because the Spanish Civil War is set to happen soon, right? So Paradox problem got it. Depends on what Hoi defines as China. Yeah, so technically speaking, Tibet, by what Hearts of Iron deems, is not a Chinese province. In fact, this is not a Chinese country. This is just a Central Asian country, much like how Tommykay used to be defined. Yes, Tommykay wasn't always Chinese in Hearts of Iron's eyes. So if you ever want to know where Hearts of Iron leans, it definitely isn't with the Chinese Communist Party, right? Which I feel mildly conflicted with 24/7, of course. Okay. So my plan is basically buy a shit ton of Soviets. Like, we are going to invade. And the greatest part about this is the same strat as what we used as Communist China. Like, the same strat. Like, to a T, it is the same strat. And it's because the Soviets love liberating countries. They love liberating communist nations. And so, we will let them. We will join the Comintern. We will go so far, and we will try our hardest as Macau alone. But we will get a certified victory. Don't you worry. There will be certified victories happening here. Okay, nation in arms. I do want to get infantry experts and such, but I think military theorists are a bit more important. So that will start a civil war. That won't start a civil war, but that will definitely start a civil war anyway. Is there a way to bypass? Okay, Spanish Civil War has ended. We'll bypass it. We don't need that. Right, we realistically want to start this China War ASAP. So what we want is the fastest attack, which I guess is we just have the Spanish Civil War. I guess we play this normally. Tibet cannot be called by China, but can by India. Think of that as you will. That is a terrible piece of knowledge to have. Why on earth? Okay, right. So we're going to trade one factory. Spanish Civil War has begun. We are going to. I'm so tempted to edge you all. Yeah, I said that right. Because if I get this done faster, they won't have an anarchist part of the Civil War. I can just annex them faster than the anarchists can rise. And therefore, the Spanish Civil War will never technically end, and so we will always have like a... It's fine. It'll be chill. Strict neutrality. No, absolutely not. So we're going to have a nation in arms. And legs, actually. A nation in legs is quite good. We're going to go straight into the Spanish Republic. We then are going to have to go for infantry expert, actually. We have no other option. Just it has to happen now. I actually kind of didn't imagine this was going to happen so abruptly. Obviously, we're going to want to put off these guys becoming anything until we're communist. When we're communist and we're in a civil war, I'm very happy to hand everything over. Like, very happy. Damn it, Boomy be freaking. Yeah, no, I'm look. I need to like get in, right, and ready. I need to make sure that the Spaniards have no chance but to hand everything to me on a silver platter. Okay? I want to confuse them. If we can get in faster than Bilbao, we should be okay. Helped us in the Civil War. Yeah, we're gonna go down by a fair amount of stuff. Reorganization of the Communist Party. No, we just want to do Workers of Iberia Unite, which is like actually terrible for us, but we'll be fine. And we will just join the Spanish Civil War whilst having to fight our own civil war. But they wouldn't have an army there, so we should be fine enough. We'll just be missing half of our army. And we're going to have to put everything in the market, basically. We're going to be relying on these 12 planes. These singular 12 planes, let me tell you. Right, we're going to put the 12 planes on the market, like, this very second. So that we don't forget them. We're going to set them extremely high price, so nobody will want to buy them in a million years. But the idea is that we maintain them there until the end of time. Mexico, what the hell, man? Division de Infanteria. Right, we want to remove that immediately. Stop producing support equipment. So that, you know, it will get a 50-50 split, but we get more useful items. Okay. Britain, please. Please. They do want it, but, like, no. The problem is, I know Porto is going to be the one invaded. So that's why I've got some troops around Porto. Like, I'm ready to fold this line. Basically, we need to take Sevilla, we need to take Cordoba, we need to go in for Valladolid, Burgos, Oviedo, and La Coruna, and there. And if we get to contribute enough to this war, Spain has to give us stuff. Oh, wait, they're winning? They're winning, question mark. This is going to be really nice, actually. If we get this, and then this happens, and we can get that, that's brilliant. And I know I'm saying this, that, and everything else a lot, like you guys are just going to follow along, and I just hope you are. Because this is going to be some serious mental gymnastics, this game. Okay, there is going to be, like, no level of, like, it's going to be okay. Not the Macau achievement. Yes, we're doing a part 2 to this. I don't know if anyone remembers, but we have attempted this once to absolute undeniable loss. and it was terrible. They need our help. I mean, hear me out. That is Las Focus's. Nationalist Spain. Or we protect... Of course, immediately we must do the workers of Iberia. Right, they got captured, that's very sad. That is actually terribly sad. Hello, woman of joy. I tried that once, played till 46 and just gave up. It's fair. It's fair. It's a long one. This is like quite a hard achievement. This could be a two-parter, to be fair. There's like no guarantee we can do this in one hit. But I have confidence and belief that we can. And I think that's enough. Right, so we're going to do this, and the non-aligned supporters, we're just going to have to destroy them ASAP. Hopefully, as you can see, the Communist Party is very strong. And I hope they're just strong enough that we can decimate. Because there won't be enough Spanish planes to stop us in taking Porto if we go through here. As you can see, I think the extra front is going to really frustrate the nationalist lines. Especially if we can close that there. If we can close that there, the war is won. And to be fair, we aren't sitting through the debuffs. It will only be the two Spains that have the debuffs. Meaning that we will have... I don't have a honestly, I have so much confidence just because I've done worse. I've done worse in the last few days. Okay? It has been a matter of days and I've done so much worse. I have committed war crimes, of which some of you... Galicia is Portuguese. Nah, for real, for real. Nah, Galicia is Portuguese. I refuse anyone who says otherwise. Obviously. I've played Crusader Kings before. I know what you're talking about. Right. Okay, so we're going through that. Right. Okay, I'm gonna move my T over. We are going in ultimate game mode, I should mention. There's no guarantee of victory right now. There is none. All there is a guarantee of is blood. A lot of it. Tons of bloodshed will be spilt. There will be blood across every street in Iberia. Not just Spain any longer. Okay. Was subdivision... Yeah, no. In theory speaking. In theory. Alright. Hey. It's as much as Portugal is Brazil. Okay. Did you know, guys, technically for a moment in history, I was taught this by one of my friends, so you can fact check this with one of my friends. Portugal was a puppet of Brazil for a very small amount of time, which is just hilarious to even think. Imagine being a puppet of your colony. It wouldn't be me. I love it. I love how everything just goes in these like streams. Like you guys bring it together, by the way. I should just mention this was like a really quick digestion whilst I'm just here, but you guys bring the absolute living and breathing essence of a commune together. Right, watch our lines fall overnight. We have a true cap. Yes, it's brilliant. Okay, and right. 5 divisions. I do not have the capacity to fight with 5 divisions. Right. Okay, you know what? We've done worse. We've done worse. We've done worse. Do we at least have our combat ministers? We do have our combat ministers. That's fine. Yes, Ravioli, you are going to the top of our command because we literally have nobody else. We're gonna go offensive doctrine because we have nothing else we can do. And we're gonna train the absolute ever-living shit out of as many troops as possible, and by that, that's 1. That's not terribly amazing. Nationalize the industry, metropolitan army. We are. This might be one of those. We might be cooked, but it's fine. Okay, we're going to nationalize industry. Right. What we're going to now do is say no to both of those. Go pull out our equipment from the market. Go fly our planes that we so gracefully kept. Because of how good we are at Hearts of Iron 4, the hit game. Okay. 6 days. Get there. No, oh god. Why are none of you moving? I need you all in the north, realistically speaking. Okay, take Sevilla. Yep, just up. Oh, that's a lot of you. That is a lot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We only need to hit Porto realistically. Okay. Okay, that is a lot of them. It is a lot. Okay. Okay. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop. We're gonna think about what we're doing.
Retirada! Quais são as ordens?
Okay. This is RNGesus hating me. RNGesus actually hates me. Jesus Christ. It's been cancelled because we can't do it any longer. Jesus Christ, help me. Help me, God! No! Oh, we've so lost. We are actually cooked. We are cream crackered. Right. Okay, take that supply hub. We need to support as much as physically possible before we die. Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. God, this is dire. This is dire to say the least. Right. Okay, we are fine. If it wasn't fine, I would be screaming right now. Okay, 20 days. 20 days. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. 20 days. We're going to try to cross the river into Porto right now. Because if we don't, we actually do die. Just as long as we can cross into somewhere. We really need them to win the Civil War, like, now. Okay, I think we were meant to do these focuses. I have a feeling. I have a feeling we didn't do the focuses. This is a bit inconvenient. Okay. We are going to gracefully, within the first 20 minutes, request, possibly, for a restart. Because I have a feeling. I have a feeling nobody's helping me. Thank you, Snake. That was really nice of you. Request a lend-lease. Could I have anything? Literally anything.
Continuem a avançar.
You know what, fuck it.
Atenção!
For Lisbon back, we'll do anything. We'll do anything, basically. No. Okay, we didn't even get... Okay. We're gonna... All we can do there is buy time, and that's not good. Girlie, that is not fine. I will be screaming screams. I feel that was a bad run. On a whim, I think that was a bad run. We just... I knew where they were going to spawn. I just didn't think they were going to be that popular. So we're going to do the positive communist things. Right? Oh, wait. You have a... Whoa. Gave up is not the term. It's called a tactical reinvestment of time. Because you see, it's clear we have mistook how to play the game. Now, I'm almost tempted. It's easier. Right. I am tempted to play this fascist path, because there isn't necessarily a civil war. I think you need a tactical retry. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm thinking is maybe this time, Nation in Arms. I don't think this is actually an awesome tree, this side, right? This side's not amazing. I'm actually going to see, because it's all 70 days, right? So it's just how far can you look? I am tempted. Because, wait. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3. 3-ish, and we be communist. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, it's quite appealing. It's quite appealing, these two trees. In opposed of taking part in the Spanish Civil War, like a stupid person, we're not going to join the Comintern. We're going to do this later. And by later, I mean much later. Like we're gonna get all of this done. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna be demure. It's going to be giving. We're gonna do this at the end of the Civil War, not the start. Like a smart person, not a silly person. Okay, we will not be in the nation of silly. We are in the nation of Portugal. Okay, and we must be acting like it. Right. So we're going to go to the Fabrica, and then go to industry, and then we're going to be fine, and then we're going to get back to convoys. Because convoys are based us out.
Sim, senhor.
Clearly the planes weren't enough, also known as the planes got captured. So, we now know they take those 2 states.
Pronto para
Worst
avançar.
case scenario is they take those 2 states. So let's prepare it like that. Right. They had like double our army plus the Spanish. It just wasn't a fun time. Would you like less or more suffering? Type of question. Honestly, it is the strongest path. I will have to admit it is the strongest. But we are not here to play the strongest path. We are here to play. Wait, the Iberian Summit. Hear me out. Hear me out. The thing is, I like the idea of taking Spain. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice idea. But I think we can do that later. For we have China to take. To be fair, the faster we can just securely take China, fully, like with full preparation. Wait, yeah, why don't we just focus fully on... They will have no response to this. Wait. Okay.
Sim, senhor.
If I've learned anything from the account on the Instagram called Muck Freakery, all we need to do is prepare in Macau. Okay? Now you might ask, who's Muck Freakery? It is a singular Instagram name that I just remember off the top of my head. Yeah, why even focus on Europe? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why even focus on Europe? You know, we've got a war to get with. Plus, we can just set up these collab governments whenever we like. As long as we stay high in stability, and that just means we don't take part in the Spanish Civil War. It's actually fine. I'm happy with that. Allow free elections? Hell no! God no! What do you take me for? I love it how we can just go communist, by the way. Wait, PCP. Yeah, the People's Communist Party goes Portuguese Communist Party. Just becomes the ruling party. But you can also go democratic later. Yes? Yes? Wait. So we aren't taking ourselves out of doing... Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Copy the Spanish plan. What is Portugal? Okay. But a nation in China. Okay. That's what we need to understand. Okay. This is what we've been grossly misunderstanding. We are actually just a Chinese country. For real, for real. On Skibbity, the toilet. I do love it how, like... So, the idea is... We're gonna use our new military factories to build planes. Right? It doesn't even matter how ass the planes really are, as long as there are planes. Because, I don't know if any of you remember, but China doesn't exactly have this thing called a military. It's kind of brilliant for the entire start of the war. And we'll be able to have a strong enough country. I love it how we're just able to do this. We're just going to do army offense straight up. We're also going to be looking, when we turn communist, to immediately start looking at better and greater things. I love it how internationalism just is instantly... Did internationalism change its name? I think it did. Yeah. Huh. But yeah, we've immediately got permanent internationalism, which is just brilliant. I love myself internationalism. And we're going to try our hardest. I think we can get a communist person in power, if I'm not... Yeah, communist revolutionary. We're stacking it. We're gonna not hold back on, like, how fast we can become communist, okay? How can I mute the stream? Bro, speed, what? Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. This is a good plan. Okay? It's going to be a brilliant game. It's going to be the best game. How to skip forward, listen. Oh god, I love that. That is by far probably one of the best things I've ever read on YouTube. Just ever. Bro, that is a lot. I love that. Wait, I'm in fact pinning that. That is, God, you can tell I'm an independent streamer sometimes. God, like imagine like one day like somebody's like going like, oh yeah, Boomy, we'd like to have you in our company, and they just like turn around and say, but can you explain this? And like it's me saying Hitler balls. Like, God, that would be terrible. Like, that would be amazing. By the way, we are probably about half the way. I'm not actually sure. We just have an ass ton of people in Macau really happily. They're sitting quite demure. They're actually very giving. But yeah, we're gonna have San Jose this time. We're gonna keep him in, actually. We're gonna bring them in. We're gonna bring the communists in. Whilst not making the nationalists hate us this time. You see, this is going to be what's called negotiations. We are immediately hired. Honestly, I would love, like, in a few years, like, because of, like, how I intend my future to be fair, jobs and such will be, like, very weird for me to get, so, like, it wouldn't be that weird, like this, to be totally honest. Like, they would just laugh at this and be like, oh, what the hell? Like, because I don't know if anyone knows, but I'm going into psychology. And, you know, I'm going to be helping some of you get over your hard-to-find addictions, of course. That's the immediate thing. You know, I need to help everyone over their Hoi4 addiction. First, I need to cure myself, though. Okay, so we need defensive doctrine and charismatic. It's really sad how we've got an attack minister going to help with defense doctrine, but there's no other way around it, really. I do really hope we flip really quick. And by really quick, I mean it's like, what is it? 5 times 70. What is 5 times 70? That is a year. That's really sad. That's an entire year. And we could be held back by 70 days at maximum. So that's really sad. Because we need 40, and clearly we're not hitting 40 right now. Which is very sad. I think we need to hit 40 easier. Okay? We need to hit 40. Like, political power. Sorry, party popularity? That's the term I was looking for. Please ignore my stupidity. I love it how we're also going to get rid of unstable republics so quick. It's going to look beautiful. You're all going to love it. You're all going to love the new state. I could just do anti-democratic raids, and I think that would actually solve the problem enough. But we're going to get the communist minister, because I like 0.06 communism. Okay? That is just like something we need in our day. Right, we're gonna create the Pi Day. Okay, it's going to be the BCP at some point. Oh, by the way, I found out you can have a communist... Yeah, you can have a communist spy agency while being democratic. Like, I want to share with you so many things about, you know, like, Wales. Because, like, it genuinely has been such a pivotal part of my existence for so long now. Like, I cannot tell you how excited I am to share Wales with you. Right. Does that... One second. That isn't very good. So we could support the Spanish Republic. Or we could just ignore them. Which I think I might do the latter. Good luck to you, Spain. Oh, they're getting done this time. Last time they were holding out really well. This time less so. Less so. Right, we're going to start making planes. We're going to, in fact, start negotiating licenses with people. Britain, I would love to negotiate licenses with you for planes. Close air support frame. Why? Ah, you don't like me. That's usually a problem. So we're gonna plonk them on guns for a few days. They'll be taking off guns quite abruptly, but like, who cares? It's gonna be fine. We're gonna love it, okay? We're all gonna be together, and we're gonna all start clapping hands together. Right. I don't want to cock this up, but I feel like this is a very cock-upable situation. So we're gonna need someone who gives us stability, like any amount. Political power, democracy, no. Research period. Screw it. I know how to get It's really stupid. Anti-democratic raids, go. Right. So you might ask, why did I do this? Because this would tilt me into the negative, right? And it's going to last quite a significant amount of time. I believe 120 days, yes. So, it's because I want to be over 60% stability for when I tip over. The thing is, I will not be. With that, I will not be over. Because it's specifically over, it's not beyond 60. Meaning, I would land in a civil war, and with all of my men in Macau, I'm not feeling confident about that. And to be honest, I'm not taking them all back from Macau. Because Macau is just a base place, okay? Macau is just where men go to die. Good evening, how is it going, Puggle? You see, we are just chilling. Right, when I say just chilling, we are like actively harming the world. Okay, can we diplomatically intimidate? Because I don't want to spend political power in the UK. I think spending any political power on anyone that is not instantly someone like Spain is a bit of a waste of time. So, we're going to request license production. Hopefully my diplomatic pressure will continue. If not, I'm just going to have to actually up their likability of me, which is like a really sad way of doing things. Imagine making people like you versus just have a gun at their head. Honestly, I prefer the latter. Okay. So, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the Fancy War. Because it's going to be so early. They're not going to actually be prepared for it. So, we are going to go for this. And we want to produce as many planes as possible. That is the idea. Because it doesn't matter in Fancy War what I have. I just want the collab government before it, but it's not necessary to happen before. Okay, we are on absolute... Imagine making sad choices. It would be very sad if we were to comply with what people say, okay? Okay, and we'll do army organization, which like actually just helps us. So it's a good thing all around, but we'll minus 5% stability. It's fine. It's fine. I've thought about this more than 2 seconds. Okay, we can do this together. I love it how we're just gonna like actually ignore this part of the line for a while. I love it how also like nationalist Spain will get the decision and they might accept. Like I don't think anyone's quite thought that part. Like, we're gonna help them, sure, but like, oh no, not yet. Right, it's either help them, which I think it might be a bit of waste at this time. Oh, it's not. I mean, we could help them, and we will confirm their victory, and then we'll bypass this for free later. Yeah, that's bypass. And then that happens anyway, so... Yeah, it beats army reorg, so we're fine. We'll just get infantry, defense, and offense. Because we don't need anything like that anymore, so we're fine. We're just gonna go infantry stuff. Because again, we have a shallow economy, and that's how shallow the economy is gonna be. Okay, we're just gonna do it. Life is good. Look at that. That is it. That is how shallow our economy is willing to be. We're going to the point where like we are content, not just happy, but content with like an ass army. Okay. Okay. England. It has been awesome knowing you. Non-aggression pact with you. That's really nice. Because then you'll give me the Air Gordon. I said you'll give me the Air Gordon. I said England, you would give me the Air Gordon. Thank you. And then we'll put one whole factory. Yes. From guns. Well, from support equipment. Into making these Gordons. Now, the cute thing about this is we're just gonna suddenly shut down a tiny bit of our there, and then we're going to use it on here. And then look at that, we'll be growing up on that quite quick. The only problem is we really need research slots. Like, desperately require. In fact, I don't even think we can support the Spanish Republic. I'm tempted just to wait the 34 days. we don't have the 2,000 guns to help them. Yeah, we just don't have the 2,000 guns. We shouldn't overcook ourselves. So we're going to do this. We're going to reorganize the Communist Party. I have edged you all on another national focus. I apologize in advance. But yes, we'll end on 69. Actually, a bit above. Maybe 71? Yeah, 71 stability. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe 72% stability. And then that's definitely enough. And then, because we can set up an actual collab government just here, we can set up a war for free. Like a really cheap war. You know, from Macau. Where it's just, oh yeah, we'd actually like to take a lot of land. And that's why I'm not concerned about diplomacy clique in the slightest. Because, it's 1936 for crying out loud. This war's gonna happen in over a year. So I can justify normally if I need. If I need, I can justify normally on every single Chinese place. And they're not going to be part of a faction till it's too late. I'm already in balls deep. And I'm forcing them, with a collab government, up their own asses. And that's very nice for me. Because then Japan adds pressure. And that will be too much pressure. And then that will be very nice. I'll have a lot more war score than what Japan would have. And course. And then we attack the Allies for the same reason. Because we need Hong Kong. Because otherwise we can't do Macau my day without Hong Kong. But yeah, we would have to attack Japan, China, and England. Which, good news, for Macau my day, we can get an Indian version as well, which is very nice. Very demure. I really was thinking, wait, why don't we have someone in the middle of the sea? But that makes more sense. Right, we have 2 units in the middle of nowhere, don't we? We have 2 units in Africa, I believe. If I'm not... Oh my god. I need to get off Hearts of Iron sometime. Jesus Christ, how the hell did I memorize that? Sorry, I've had to fight Portugal many times in the past. So I just know where units start in the game. And I just, like, forget sometimes to, like, move them. And I go, oh, wait, that's where I'm meant to be looking. Oopsies. I love it that that's, like, without the... That's with the buffs. Oh, we are basically cooked. Hopefully... Oh, below 40%. We are so fine over 40%. We are happily over. And then we're just gonna just straight up just prepare for standard war. Because I don't even think we're allowed to get Macau yet. Brilliant, we're communist. That is a marvelous thing. Don't worry, the research was nothing to do with being communist. Wish it was, but it's not. Right, and then we're gonna get a national focus. I mean, we could just join the Comintern. It would be the most free China ever. It actually just would be free China. Colonial army, we really don't need that. I'm just thinking join the Comintern. It would be the easiest thing ever. It would just hook, line, and sinker our game so quick. But for that same reason, we aren't. We aren't. 310 days. Not exactly what I want. But, to be fair, 310 days from now, they're not even considering an alliance with anyone. Right, we're gonna sit and think about this for a second. I don't know what we should do here, because we do have plans. I also don't know if we can declare on behalf of a collab government. Why on earth have our decisions for collab governments not popped up? No! Oh no! Oh no. Okay, you know what? Never mind. We just need to consider war. I forgot. We weren't meant to flip. We weren't meant to flip. We were just meant to get a China. This is actually going to take us 8 years. I don't know if it's even worth our time to do this. It's so good we have someone here. It's so good we have someone here. Anti-partisan. Oh my god. That's rough. That's rough. I just forgot. We were meant to make Macau, and then we were meant to... Do we... I don't know if I can justify another restart. Shit. No! Minor inconvenience. Terribly minor. I'm actually wanting to scream. But, actually, do we not have... Why do we not have another compliance level? There's like one which is better, I swear. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna deal with it. Okay? We're gonna deal with it like good people. Like crying about it later. Okay? And not telling anyone that we're going to be crying about it, but we will be. Don't you worry, we will be crying. We will be in tears. But you all won't see that. You will see that later. But I will not be in tears in that moment. Right, and we've lost the Macau manpower, which honestly wasn't much. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get through Army Org. Okay, we're gonna forget about it. I think I couldn't have played that worse. I am tempted to restart because it is like imperative that we get Macau as Macau. I don't think we get that within a year. Well, it took us a year to get to 80%. This is a decision I don't know if I want to do. Comrades, is it worth it? Okay, I'm actually going to put this to a poll. I'm going to put this to a poll. Is this worth it? Is it worth restarting? Oh god, because otherwise we're going to do all of China as one united puppet. I don't know if that's worth it. If no one responds, I'm just going to restart. This is what we require. This might be a tactical fallback. This is a terrible tactical fallback. Right, nobody's responding. Question mark? Echo? Anyone here? Yeah, not that much was wasted. We'll go through with the 0 votes. God, nobody knows how to vote anymore. Okay. 40 minutes of the stream have been 2 resets. We can do this. Right, this is our last run. Last run. This is it. Okay? This is it. If we do not do it, we just sit down and we cry for the next 10 years. Oh, this is... I shouldn't have flipped. I actually know I shouldn't have flipped. It's so annoying that... Because, okay, you're gonna see it, right? Collab government is a great type of government. Okay, civilian oversight. We can just keep that gunning. In fact, we can just, like, not look at that for ages. Basically, we want to look at hitting China at the perfect point. I actually think we might look at doing this first. Like, I actually think that might be our better solution. Rather than... Because we're not going to do the civil war for all of Iberia. Because I think that's a bit reaching to begin with anyway. Oh, right. That's why I was vastly outnumbered. Because these two... Yeah, okay. You can see we're already at 16. Oopsies. I just forgot. I forgot we have units. To be fair, we probably could do things. We're just going to do the public works and such. And we're just going to go do that. And... Yeah, we won't really have much for that. I think food industries, maybe. Civilian. Wait, it's not. Construction speed. It's alright. It's nothing massive. But yeah. Basically, we need to work this time. We actually, wait, why am I... I'm so sorry for edging you guys. I continuously edge you guys every single stream, I swear. Right. Okay. Okay, we're going to be fine this time. Right, we're gonna do engineering. God, I wish to no longer do this to you guys. I actually apologize. Right. This is the first time I'll actually apologize to anyone on any stream ever. It is just because I feel actually terrible about how much I've just held you guys back. I have edged you for 49 minutes straight. But this compliance has to reach 80. Before we make any decisions, that has to hit 80%. before anything. So we're just gonna keep the game running. I kind of wish the autosave was a little bit less. In fact, I had to manually do that in Wales because it was taking too long. It was like saving too much. I actually had to turn it off Iron Man. Like, it was insane. Like, the game started crashing. There's a load of bad things that was happening. But yeah, basically, this happens only at 80%. And we need it to happen. I don't care what ideology China actually is, or India or anything, because they're just infinite manpower holes to me. You know, nothing else. Okay. And because it has to be a collaborative government. Like, if I could do a release of government, I would just straight up fight China. Because I feel quite, like, confident to fight China. Don't get me wrong. I feel very confident, in fact, to fight China and fight India and fight everyone like that. I just don't feel confident when given a rod up my ass. Right. Oh, wait. Maybe this does compliance. I just didn't look at it. Integrate. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Becomes the owner. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Infrastructure. Bridges and dams. Hydroelectricity. Military factory stuff. No, nothing about Macau. You'd think for an entire achievement they would put something to make it, like, better or faster. I have been tempted, by the way, just to do Royal Wedding because it is, like, the strongest route, full stop. But I think Popular Front's still. Okay. Nation in Arms. Do I actually want to do that? No. I just wanted indoctrination so that we start going communist faster. And now we'll just start going here. And we're going to wait for, I think it is research speed, construction speed. I mean, that person's actually going to be very strong. We don't have anyone of extreme use, but we do have a communist revolutionary, which is going to be really nice. Okay, we love indoctrinate. I'm glad. How's it going, Dutch boy? Okay, there we are. The FP is going up by 0.2 now. Okay, that's actually kind of just what I wanted the first time around. Okay, you know what? This is going a bit better to plan. And you're gonna see we're gonna stay up this time. We're not even going to consider faltering. Nice to know you got your chair fixed. Right. Come on, Macau. Okay. By the way, I've actually sat here and, like, waited before for, like, 100% compliance from, like, 40. So this isn't that awful. It's just a little bit terrible. Because, I don't know what it is called. But there's one above this. There is one level above this, which, like, above civilian and under garrison. I can't tell you what it's called. But I used it today, and it has plus 0.2, and it allows you to get 100% compliance. I have no idea. It's like limited self-rule. Like, I'm like certain it exists. I'm like, yeah, limited self-rule is not on that list, but it is that. It is that, I promise. I very much promise. Wait, we can just natch. Wait, why don't we just naturally flip? Wait, you're telling me I could just ignore the whole ass tree? Wait. Sorry about that. And all the other streams I missed. Nah, it's all good. It's all good, Fate, alright? You know, I'm glad you're studying, actually. Like, it's all chill, man. Like, I'm going to consistently be here, so you're fine. You see, we're on our third attempt from two tactical restarts. Okay, 2 tactical retreats, if you will. To be fair, we're gonna be abusing this China for so much. I don't even know how many men there are here. There's not that many. But we are going to have to beat the Huangzi clique like it's an unborn child. Yeah, we beat unborn children out here in the Boomy Demo channel. Boomy, have you seen the Minecraft? I haven't. I actually haven't. Please don't ruin it. I have heard it's really good, and I was thinking I was going to see it on the day of release, right? And I won't tell you how, but I was going to watch it at a friend's house, okay? And I'm not going to name this friend, or how the hell I know he can access that movie. But may I just say, I was like actually quite hyped for it. Sadly, it hasn't came up. Lava chicken. I am tempted to do this, but given the situation of how we can flip, and we can flip naturally, then I'm almost tempted to like double down. I mean, that's actually quite strong for me. So is just research slot. I think research slot. Honestly, research slot versus China is just imperative at this point. This is gonna be fine. You'll see it tomorrow. Oh, nice. To be fair, I haven't had a shot. So please, please, if you're out there and you want to ruin it for someone, don't do it to me. It's a fever dream. I have heard. I actually kind of want to see it in cinema at this point. I have heard people cheer along to it, and like that's just a vibe. But an okay one. Honestly, I'm massive on fever dreams. You know what? Once actually, a massive fever dream. I'm actually right. Like you do realize, guys, and I do mean this. It's happening again. I'm gonna live through another fever dream. But basically, I have been invited to a game with Dankus Mimikus, Tommykay, Knife, Bittersteel, basically all those people. Servojack, if you know him. But yeah, it's great. It's great. I like actual fever dreams. I'm being put in games with these people, and I'm like actually like questioning how the hell have I been put in the same lobby. I'm on the outside like, guys, it's fine. It's amazing. I am one with the K. Okay, this is the second time I'll be doing stuff with him. Like bro's gonna have enough of me by the end. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, he's heard me do my antics. Will Swimmy be there? Because in that case, sorry about... Oh, no. Swimmy, I haven't seen Swimmy. I don't know who Swimmy is. Yeah, actually, no, I do know who Swimmy is. They just aren't there. Please don't DM me right now, because it will pop up on the sounds. But there is 18 streamers. Most of them I have no idea who they are. Me included. I don't know who I am actually. I'm just someone who plays Hearts of Iron. That's it basically. Right, my commune. Wait, what's happened in the hallway? How's everyone doing? I love it. Wait, should I reply? Awesome. Streaming. Smiley face. Okay, great. Professional streamer here. I should mention. By the way, your audio seems quieter today. Like way. You're at max and I can barely hear me. Huh. That's what I was thinking. But, like, I think if I just do that and do that up, that's, like, maximums, I should say. I can bass boost myself, but I don't think anyone wants that. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Everything's registering as loud on my side, so I don't know. Okay, great. Great to know. Maybe I've been conditioning everyone for quieter. Like over time, and you guys just never realized, and I've just been laughing in the background, you know, memeing on you all, in fact, right? I love it how we're 30% communism right now. Our nation in arms. I love it how we'll be 40% just happily. Okay, so we're going to do anti-democratic trades, mainly because again, the political power is just marvelous. Sorry, the stability is marvelous. And I really want this to go through. We're 5% away. So we just double the time, I guess. I don't know. We sit there and we cry about it. Because we need to sit through it, basically. It's just a thing that has to be done. And to be fair, the longer we sit through it, the easier it gets over time. If you think about it that way. One thing I do love, though, is the fact that we've gone up by only one factory this time around. But I am on full volume. Maybe I'm just quiet on YouTube. That would explain a lot of things. Because, like, when I had a lot of POW, like, is my audio fine or is it, like, weird? Like, can you all hear this? Because that's me snapping my fingers. If you can hear that, by the way, ouch to your ears. Just ouch. I don't even apologize. Okay. There we are. Right. Something in Portuguese I definitely understood. Snappy snap. Absolutely. Right. Okay. I got a third of my volume and you're fine. Yes, I could hear that. Ah, nice. By the way, I did it like my microphone's really good quality. And when I changed mic from my old one to this, like maybe a year ago, I think it was a year ago. Just like roundabout. Boomy has fingers? Yeah. Well, hey. I could have been snapping anything, right? I could have been snapping small children. For all you know, okay? We should not assume it was fingers. For I could have been harming people. And that would have been brilliant. I love it that bro just like hit her. Boomy just being S. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Navy mutiny. Wait. Ah, you know what? Just allow them. Allow the mutiny. Yep. Huh. I love it how they're just like, yeah. Yeah, no, you can, mate. They're like, they must be like terribly confused. I love it also how Spain's holding on for dear life. Like, that's really nice to know that they actually are. To be fair, I am tempted to support them because if they do just win, it's a good investment to give 2,000 guns for, like, just victory. We can't really add volunteers to the war, but what we can do isn't really much, to be fair. We can give them about 2,000 guns a bit late. That's about it, really. Like, we can just go thumbs up, here's 2,000 guns. Because, like, we haven't got much we need to do until Macau can be made. So we're gonna do this out of niceties. Again, because we just need Macau. Macau, we need to delay until Macau gets made. When Macau's made, I'm happy for anything, basically. We'll go over, we'll start attacking, we'll start going. Boomy is clearly snapping into delicious Slim Jim, just as Randy Savage intended. Oh god damn, Randy Savage. That is a guy that I have not heard about in a coon's age, in fact. Like, Randy Savage, the guy. Like, I honestly never thought I'd ever hear that guy's name inside this chat, ever. And you know what? I'm content that you guys know who the hell that is. You know, guys, they say I'm the cream of a crop. And it always comes down to the cream. Right. If no one knows what that is, please look it up. Otherwise, I genuinely look insane. I do love how I'm doing this and gonna just happily do this and then this. That's minus 20, so we'd be 58, not... Yeah, that's above 40. We're fine. But yeah, we want to support Spain in the Civil War. We don't actually want... Like, we want them to win the Civil War. We want them to win it slowly, though. Is how terrified you can see behind the glasses. He's terrified and making it up as he goes along. No, I honestly think he wasn't terrified. Like, I actually think he came in very confidently. Like, even if he was... Like, I love... Right, WWE, it's alright. But, like, the WWF, okay. I think it was called WWF, right? World Wrestling Federation, yeah. WWF was, like, something else, I swear. Like, it went from, like, really serious to a fever dream. Oh, have a good one, alright? Oh, cut you off, jeez. Oh, gee, have a nice time, Walter, alright? Like, hope you do well. Don't die. It will be chill. We'll all sit here together praying. Portugal is my favorite Western Balkan country. Honestly, nah. Portugal is my favorite Chinese nation. Okay. Favorite Chinese. You know, I said to my dad, right? Oh, I'll be done around 7:30. He does not know that I restarted this 3 times. He would actually throttle me. Oopsies. And we haven't technically even started. But it's fine, we are like nearly there. It's like every week, by the way, this compliance goes up, so it's fine. Yeah, it's basic communism. Ah. Right. Right. If we get the election thing, we have to, like, resist it. I'm just saying. We have to resist an actual election. Which feels, like, really dumb. And it is. It is just straight up dumb. To be fair, I am tempted. I am tempted to do Workers of Iberia Unite because we probably could do it. Given the situation, we probably could. But also, we've got industrial stuff to do. And, like, we actually don't need to do it. We just don't need to take the insane risk. Which is kind of where I sit. Like, why take an insane risk when you just don't need to? Okay? It's actually insane. Like, if it was a fair risk, like, it was something that we could gain out of, I'd be like, yeah, maybe. But no. It's genuinely, like, there is no sense behind doing it. So we are not taking insane things today. That would just kill us. Because we are on our third and last run. Third and last. Okay. Who the hell is DMing me? And I've got to definitely turn on my streamer mode again. Because I just forgot to do that. And that's very awful practice. Thank you, Water, for saying you're going to DM me. Right. Okay, so simply put, okay. Right, we realistically want to look at construction, but we have nothing to construct. Ooh, okay, we are at an end. So we're going to be looking at constructions, I guess. To be fair, 3 research slots in like 37, 36 is quite nice. I am feeling the heat come from like China though. I feel mischievous activities. Oh, absolutely. I'm terribly scared of water 24/7. The mischievousness. Oh, and there we are. Okay, 78%. You know what? We're nearly there. Please. I swear it unlocks. I swear I've seen this before. There's like another compliance. I swear I've seen it. I'm not going crazy. It must unlock. Look, I was playing Wales yesterday, well, not even yesterday, today. I have seen it with my eyes today. This different occupation, which would have already made Macau. We might have to fight the China War as the regular China War. That is terrible. Volunteers in the war. We really aren't sending volunteers. Oh, no. I was communist in both. But yes, I do know. Don't worry. But yeah, non-line should have access to most of them. Because they encompass anything that isn't one ideology, strictly. Okay. We should be fine. Yeah, Dad Austria is going to be a base man. He's gonna bring us through. Okay, we're gonna get offensive doctrine, although it's very suicidal. Has nothing special. No, they have. Well, they miss a lot of things, sure, but they do have they do have access. If you're playing like a certain nation, they have access to whatever the ideology they represent should be. Yeah, so say like anarchist Spain does have their own occupational things like that, you know. Granted, is it regular? Not regular enough for anyone's happiness. Okay, minus 20% base stability. We're just gonna do that now. We may as well get one down because we don't want to flip ideology. That's the thing. Wherever the event is, we hold the event. We hold it until Macau. That is genuinely what we intend to do, by the way. I'm going to hold the event until Macau happens. I think it's, yeah, 78. It's fine. We're basically done. We're basically done. And we will start planning war. In fact, I'm going to start planning war so much that I'm going to bring my soldiers over. And we're going to start negotiating licenses to start building planes. Because when planes are built, it's going to look cute. And when Macau has its own nice little government, prepare a civil war, please now. That'll go to 0. But yeah, basically, it counts as a new tag when you change government type. It's really annoying. Goodbye, Spain. That was nice knowing you, mate. Nice knowing Spain. Nice knowing them. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is start building an airport in Macau. Because Macau just needs an airport. Obviously. I mean, what else does Macau need than an airport? Like, for real, guys. And then we're going to negotiate licenses with the UK. And this time we can actually use political power. Because we've been intelligent about what we've done. How we've done it. And we can just straight up get the Fairy Warden so much earlier. We can just do it actually instantly. Thank you for the Fairy Warden. And we have two factories. Because I was highly intelligent. Civilian factories. Yeah, that's fine. How about we start? We find our most developed province. We start building that, and we pretend like that was never a problem. And because we're a good sort, we will not go back on our deals. We will still do the Fairy Warden. Yeah, but Anarchist Spain isn't really non-aligned. Yeah, no. I wasn't saying like they definitely are non-aligned. I'm just saying non-aligned nations by definition in Hoi4 can have traits of other things. I wasn't saying that they actually are, because they're anarchist, and without a shadow of doubt they are. Okay. And we are going to go through. This is going to be brilliant. This 80% compliance. Oh my god, we're actually going to make this. Right. So after many tactical setbacks, we are finally going to get back and do this. I love it how we've gotten basically to the same position. A little bit later in time, but it's fine. It's chill. I mean, we can't really change compliance. It's not like a random thing, so we would have done this anyway. This is in fact technically a perfect one. If you want to think of it like that, it's a perfect one. Then after nationalizing the industry, we can just actually manually flip it if we'd like. Chinese United Front, please say you're not part of it. Beautiful, beautiful. Stay out of the United Front. Right. Okay. Unify leftist groups. Yes. Queen. I think that is a good idea now.
Pronto para avançar.
Where are you? Brilliant. And we are just going to wait. We are going to literally spam every single one. We want everything out of everyone. Like, when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Everyone is going to be a call-out government. Because they are the most efficient thing for Portugal right now. No matter what you believe in and who is your big daddy of a nation. Provisional government of the Raj, they have our blessing. They have our blessing. They do have our blessing. Oh, yes. Yes, they do. Yes. Portuguese China. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful thing. And now, when we justify war, it's so much more justified, of course. But yeah, we won't be blocked out of our tree when the Spanish Civil War finishes, which is an interesting thing to say the least. It would just be like, why? So we just don't even fight a civil war. we just don't fight anything, and we might get a free Spain. Like, we're just gonna intimidate Spain, basically. Like, looking loving at them, whilst sending them love hearts to their mail. Because, well, once we unify leftist groups, we most certainly would not have this problem. And I think this has a bypass as well. Does this have a bypass of being communist? This does not have a bypass of being communist. That is terrible. But we can naturally change anyway, so I almost don't care. Internationalism. I love it how we're gonna naturally flip. Like, this really should not be the case, by the way. Nobody should be playing Portugal like this. This is dumb. But it's so dumb that it's brilliant. Okay. What were they missing? They were missing artillery. A shit ton of artillery. Ass tons of artillery. Okay. Never mind. We'll have artillery made soon. Soon enough. Soon enough. It'll be fine. To be fair, we also need to store up political power. So it's a good thing all round. We need a referendum. I'd say we would. Yeah. And now, strangely enough, we're gonna start having. So we'll have enough political power to now. Yeah, this is an interesting situation. Because now we have ideological loyalty. Macau is now a beast of a place. I mean, to be fair, they're going to have nothing for a while. They're just going to get through aviation effort, upgrade our air bases for no reason. But what we will be getting is air support. Ass tons of it. That's going to be one of the biggest exports of their nation, is air support. Okay. We want more planes, England. We love the planes, and we want more. In fact, we don't have the planes where we want the planes. We're gonna bring the planes over to Huangxi. Right. We're just going to fight the Japan war, just straight up. This is stupid. But yeah, does that mean we still have? No, we don't. We wouldn't have. We do still have unstable republic. How? Bento Conclavis. What the hell's going on, man? Declared war in Shaanxi, declared war in China. Nice. These guys are declared war on much later. But yeah, we must also do the reorganization of the Communist Party for some reason. I'm not actually sure why, given the fact that they're already in power, but hey ho, we are not here to question, we are only here to do. Okay. We're only here to commit war crimes, not question why they are being done. Actually, you know what, actually construction is the better beast. Right. Because then we'll have one extra factory that we can actually make things with. Because remember, we have everything but a military industry. Like, Huangxi has a stronger industry than us. Which is very criminal, actually. But yes, every single one of these nations are going to produce something unique for us. You see, each one is going to give us basically all of its factories. And that's why I was so happy to give them over. I also love that Portuguese India exists. There's no real reason why it does. I mean, I just thought it's funny at the time. Bro's going to be sweating is all I'm saying. Right. I love collab governments. I genuinely, like, they just look so clean. They just genuinely look so nice. I wish collab governments were like puppet standard. I also wish we could declare war so much quicker. Right, we get 2 more political power and we can see how we can declare war effectively. And then we'll go for it. Okay, and conquer 58 political power. Right, we're gonna have to sit and bide our time. This is an fate of us. Right. Are we all prepared for this? Are we ready? Are we feeling it in our guts, in our loins, in our body? Okay. Are we feeling the communist urge? Because if we are not, and we do not feel it within our whole selves, we may die trying. Okay, we may perish in the doing of this battle. And we are going to we're going to spearhead the entire campaign onto Chinese shores. See, we are going to be at the war at the same time as Japan. Bit late, but round about the same time. It's fine. And it will be okay. For we will have the political power in the end. And we'll have a fair amount in the end, but for the time being, we are on a sucky campaign. Right. Where are these bad boys? They're getting over. Right, nice. We'll wait for them to dock, and then we will put them on shore bombardment. That and Cass should make us win Huangzi. That's the idea. Because the conquest of Huangzi wouldn't be that hard. Yeah, sure, we have basically no equipment, and like this is a terrible situation for us. But on the other hand, it's a terrible situation, and a massive... It is tempting. Now, if I'm mistaken, I am. Very mistaken. Right, theoretically, you've 55 days. Perfect. And Huangzi wouldn't prepare. So, what I am tempted to do is join the Comintern. Right, instead of forming the Popular Front block. They need our help. Join the Comintern wouldn't allow this. And that, yeah, this line would be broken if we join the Comintern. But could we passively join the Comintern? Bro, we're not even far off. Wait. You see, the idea is between us and Stalin. Yes, I would love military access. Yes, Stalin. We are your big fans. Your biggest fans, if you will. We in fact love you. Please let us in your faction. Watch it. Yo! Yo! Okay, that was the biggest... That was massive. Because now we get to form the Popular Front and be in the Comintern. Both of those statements are insane. The more insane statement is the first statement, to be honest. Why am I allowed to do this? I'm unsure why the game allows me to just keep pulling this out my ass. But that does mean that the Soviets are going to be very happy to intervene in all of China in about 55 odd days. This is stupid. This is what stupid is. Because there is, as you can see in China, they're all united as one force. And they sure as hell don't want to give land to, you know, the Japanese. So they're going to give a land to me and my vassal, who has claim to everything in China. I should mention, as you can see, Portuguese China. Portuguese China. Portuguese China. This is how we're doing the achievement easily. It's going to be, we just bring Big Daddy Stalin in to help us on one front whilst we attack the other. And then we attack Japan for attacking Stalin. 80 days, man. 80 days. It ain't hard. It is not hard. Bro, we build a China. And then they'll attack us. Oh no. Massive ouch. Well, anyway. Look, it's going to be fine. We're using British planes as well. Consumer goods, political power. Don't really want that. Research. I do kind of like the technocrat, to be honest. Limited conscription, actually. Ground support, air superiority. Yeah, instantly. 10% air superiority could actually win us things. Because we have basically no planes. We have basically nothing. We have, like, nothing going for us. Except for, like, Macau is built with, like, 0 forts. Jesus. We're screwed. We're dead if we don't build at least 1 fort in Macau. We're gonna build 1 fort in Macau. Right. We're also going to do socialist education in Portuguese China. Mainly because if they flip, it's a really positive thing. It's really positive when and if they flip. I kind of wish you could just play collaborative governments because some of these like look genuinely brilliant. I love some of these. Right. Like, I feel like actually playing Macau would be a really fun game. Like, genuinely Macau as a country. Like, as their collaborative government, you just play them. Okay. We're gonna call everyone into this war. And because China's just giving us all of their manpower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units, because that's what China's allowed us to do. They're making everything for us. Just so you understand, they will make us military factories, okay? Just so we're all on the same page here. I'm so sorry, Stalin. I must leave your faction temporarily. I must also declare war. You do not want me in your faction. That's completely valid. That's fair enough. So Portuguese China needs to join this war. Okay. This is stupid. This is stupid. We need one person always in Macau, full stop. Always entrenched in Macau. Yo, we broke out of Macau. Okay. What is going on? You might ask. It is the great Macau expansions. Right, 3,000 manpower. That was really sucky, actually, Macau. Please, could you increase that? We desperately need an increase. Okay. And because of planes, we shall win every, like, standard land battle against the Chinese. And we'll also release a lot of pressure off the Japanese, which is really nice for them. Okay. Okay, and we're just lumbering around. Okay, we want to remove that only potential chance of repudiating us, which is that horse province. Okay, we really want to run at Nanning, is the thing. Like, as long as we can basically cut off the head of this bear, we'll be fine. Because if we can get... Yeah, if we can get Guangxi type stability, that's really nice for us. Okay. Okay, and straight through to Nanning, please. Oh my god. I don't know how you all were silent at this moment. This is a moment of history for Portugal. The Portuguese people. Okay, we're not even like extremely aggressive. I feel like we're being very aggressive right now. Okay, and I want down here realistically. I want that to happen like ASAP and pronto. Okay. Brilliant. And straight through. We need to close off as many gaps as physically possible, basically. That is where I sit. If we can cut off gaps and keep expanding through China, we'll be fine. We need to make it as many ports as physically possible without turning around. No turning arounds allowed. Okay, Nanning. Down to Haiku. Down and around. Right, we are objectively losing this. I'm not even sure how. But, oh, we win it. We win it over 50% of the time. We're fine, though. I was thinking, wait, how are we losing? Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're holding out, actually, quite well. Okay, let's not keep moving like this. Because that's stupid. Okay. Yeah, could you hold there, please? Because if Macau falls, that's it. That is it, basically, for us. We cooked. We cooked in that moment. Okay. Pushing down. Okay, this is fine. Okay, we need trench warfare ASAP. Okay. This is fine. Trench warfare has been taken. We're very defensive. Very defensive. Okay, how many guns are we down? 600. That's not brilliant. Okay. How much of the war score are we at? 30. Okay. That's not bad. Oh, wait. Okay, we're fine. Because then we can bring all of those folk in kind of quickly, question mark? I kind of want them in ASAP. I have a feeling they won't be in for quite a while. Political power, we don't need political power anymore. Okay, how can I convince you in? I just can't. Okay. Never mind though. Maybe when the world situation gets a bit more tense. Okay, we are just objectively winning all defensive situations, so that's really nice. We are not like outright losing anything. And we really just don't want to give up any provinces for free at this point.
Continuem a avançar.
Okay. Do we have trucks is the next question. No. No, we're not even going to question that line then. Okay. What we want to look for is a defense plan then. This is my current defense plan. It's marvelous. That's all I've got. And we are just gonna march our strongest unit down into Haiku. Basically, because if we can take it, it's just free real estate. Just completely free. And I see no reason to not take something so beautiful as free real estate. Okay, 44. Yeah. That is a lot of Chinese deaths to my name. Jesus. That's like a fair... That's a fair turnaround.
Quais são as ordens?
Okay.
Pronto para
Cool
avançar.
beans, right, straight through. Let's make sure they don't have anything. Because as long as we secure this, we secure the island permanently. Well, as close to permanently as you can get in Hoi. Right.
Pronto.
Oof. Let's hold this as much as physically possible. Okay. We're also going to have to slip one of these out. And just really pray that holds. It does. That's actually really nice. Okay. That's really not nice. We're just going to have to hold it like
Quais
this.
são as ordens?
We're going to have to move there. That's the only logical option left. Right, we're going to have to prepare that as well. Instead, right? Sinkayang is our enemy. That really doesn't matter. Okay. They're going to just keep manpower wave tacticking us. Which is fine. So
Senhor.
we can actually deal with that. Okay. We can deal with manpower waves like this. As we have in the past. Right. When is our reinforcements? I really need to know now. It's getting dire. Where are they? They're still in Europe. No. Okay. Is there a way to get some? You know what, Portuguese China? Please say you've got something, man. You have the manpower. That's kind of neat. But yeah, you don't really have enough to hold it. Ah, okay. So we need to build anti-air. It looks like a Hainan kind of situation for that. Right. Really hoping that Japan's winning out. Japan is not. Japan is not. Okay. This is not looking like a great situation. But it's fine. Okay. 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 Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're winning there. Okay, and head up there. We need the mountains. The mountains are going to be our strength continuously throughout this. Okay, they cannot break that. If they break that, it's game. Okay. Okay, okay. Right. Straight in there. We can hold this. We can hold this daring line. Just about. Just about we can hold it. Okay, if they add any more, they're going to start taking harder hits than we are. Join Communism. Do I want to do that? I don't think I do. I kind of want to bypass that and use that. Okay, army experience. Do what? Most of my trees are like useless, to be honest. Right. Military factory. Sounds great. Sounds brilliant. Okay. 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 We are seriously getting levels, Jesus. Ambusher, right? And we've already got an infantry specialist. No, we do not. That's gonna be... Right, no, we're saving up political power. That's gonna be our thing. We're getting that, like, now. We might be giving a socialist education to these folk. And that's kind of cute. But... Come on, roll high. Roll high, come on. We can do this. We can barely do this, but we can do this. Okay, we can't take the reserve from there. We can take a reserve from here. Okay. 24, yeah, we're fine. Okay. We need that bonus. We need that bonus, like, now. Before anything else, we need that bonus. I don't care how much I die and lose from here. Alright, that's perfect. Right, open map. Right, perfect. You can see those are starting to be victories. Just straight up, unadulterated victories. Except for that. Okay. And technically that. But we ignore that. We ignore that. Right. Okay. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. When are they getting here? This is... Okay, they are in Asia. They are basically here. That's fine. 34% of the war. 18,000 lost. We are, like, actually climbing up in the amount of kills we're dealing. Okay, we should be winning this. That should be a 1 situation. Right. I do not know how many planes we can produce, but it sure ain't enough. Okay. Sure as hell ain't enough. Right. You do not have the guns. Why? Are you recruiting divisions? Oh, that's cute. Bombay? It's not Bombay. Goa. Right. Do you have literally anything for me? I would love you forever. You know what? You're invited to the war. Just give me something, Mo. Give me something. 12 o'clock. I don't know why I'm waiting to 12. It's not really going to be all that promising. Yeah, you don't really have a government yet. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay, and there we are. That is another saved situation. And it's the same province flickering again. Okay, this time it's less damning. Okay. They can't quite kill us. That's fine. As long as we can't quite be killed. Okay. Okay, we really badly need these defenses, like, plonked up ASAP. Just as soon as possible. Macau itself doesn't need to be defended, I don't think. Not nearly as much as, like, these other provinces. Okay. Okay, and that's flickering up. That's nice. No, you're going back in. We even have a reservist that we can use. Yes. All the way from Macau, please. Fuck yes. Right. Distribute onto this line ASAP, man. Distribute. Distribute. We need it now. We need these men. We need these, like, now. Oh, God. Portugal was waiting for this. Sure. Why not? Okay, this is fine. It is an alarming situation on several fronts, where we should definitely have lost several times over, but we are not losing directly yet, so we're fine. That one. Just retreat that one. It's fine. Anyone's better than no one. Right. Right, you also onto that. Make them flicker at least. God, I think we saved it. I think we actually... Oh my God, we saved it. We saved it. I'm not sure how, but we saved it. God, that was close. That was uncomfy levels of close. Right, we're going to get Tenacious Defense as well, which really should run in a few of these defenses. A few of them should become a lot less damning now. Okay. Oh, thank God. That's nice. That is beautiful, in fact. Division de Infanteria. Yeah, we should with our 28% of the war score. Could I ask you, Japan? No, you're not part of my faction, are you? That's very sad. You see, I was told by a very, very nice man called Servojiak
Pronto, senhor.
about how to do this. We effectively, right, we need trucks. We just do. Are they? They are researched. That's really nice. Let's hope they're on the market, actually. We have no other option. Truck, I would like to buy about 60 trucks. 2 deliveries make it 1 delivery. I want it in less than 30 days. Thanks, England.
Pronto, senhor.
Okay.
Ordens.
We might actually lose that province, and if we lose that province, I would be very good. So we can't lose that province, in fact. We would rather die than lose that province. We will continuously keep adding people into this province until the end of time,
Quais são as
and we
ordens?
solve our like problems, supply-wise. Right, 60 trucks feels kind of nice. At least when we get them, it will. Okay. Then we can finally up the amount of planes we're making. Because when we have more planes, the easier this war's going to be. Oh, and we get another military factory on top of that. Yes! Yes! Okay. I really don't care about anything but the military factories right now. We want Iberia to unite. I don't care who wins the Spanish Civil War. I'm gonna be for real. I could not care less. I just care that whoever does likes me enough when they win. Because nationalist Spain, I would love for them to say yes. They could like genuinely like want to unite with me, which is like awesome. Because the game can be buggy like that. I like it when the game is buggy. Right. I love that Portuguese China might actually have a shot in hell. Okay. Oh my god. Wait. We might be fine. We are not fine there. We are so not fine there. We are cooked there. Nationalist Spain. I don't care for you actually, nationalist Spain. I could not care less. Oh. This is a rough situation to say the least. Right, when is this over? 4 days. 4 days and we'll have trucks. That is so fine. That is so fine. We'll have trucks in 4 days. 2% of people can hear the blinking and eye movements. What? What of my character? Ugh. No, that, ooh. Oh. No. That's awful. God, we are like on the brink of collapse, by the way. We are like actually being like thrown to the floor consistently by the Chinese. Like, they're really good at fighting. Like 4%, man. It is creeping down. If it wasn't for like our extremely quick leveling up, I do mean extremely quick, we would be cooked so long ago. We should have the trucks, right? Yes. Right. I think that's half of our trucks. I don't even know where our trucks landed. I know we have trucks somewhere, so we're gonna gamble the entire game on having trucks. Not sure if we actually do or not. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. We didn't ever set... Right. This might turn the tide actually quite quick. Okay. That should really help that, actually. Okay. 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 This should really help the situation, actually. Yeah, look at that. Naval invasion support everything. Everything flooded in. And we've got their anti-air, so they actually can't bomb anymore. Which is really nice. We are objectively winning in so many ways right now. Oh, we barely held that. That was close. That was actually close. That was uncomfortably close. But we have saved it, so we need not talk about it like it was close. We will talk about it like it was a very not close situation. In fact, it was so not close that I was confident the whole way. I knew what was happening. It was actually a really easy situation, and really easily rectifiable. I mean, there was no problems at any point. Yada yada yada. We also are missing so much of this. Like it's actually insane to even have this in our ranks right now. Oh wait, what? Oh right. But now we can change it. Because that makes sense. Right. To do this mid-war is probably very silly, but we do need to. So, because we aren't creating, we're not creating support equipment anymore, so we do actually need to take it out. Because otherwise, we're gonna start being taxed on not having equipment. You know, usually that's a terrible thing. 28% of the war score. Yeah, we are so fine. I love it how we basically took no hit as of yet. As of yet, we are fine. We're only growing their economy. From 0 factories to still 0 factories. How? Don't have that, don't have that. But we have that. That is definitely. Controller, Portuguese, China. Right. Controller, Huangzi clique, Huangzi clique. Still Huangzi clique, Huangzi clique. Right, so we want to take Qingtao. What I'm hearing. Okay. So we really want more planes in the sky, realistically. Okay. Okay, new president of Uruguay. That is based. Wait, I'm pretty sure Dante visited a circle of hell like that. What? Like this? God, if Dante did. Oof. Wait, Dante? Wait, Dante? As in... Wait. I think I'm thinking of a different Dante, to be fair. Okay, fighter wings, so that should be better. Yes, advanced light aircraft. We need so many more things created. It's actually insane. Right. We don't even have Portuguese own anything yet. We just need more in the way of what's coming in to defend. As long as it's enough, I'm fine. Like, as long as supply is making it there, to an extent, I don't care to what extent, but to an extent, if it hits there, I'm fine. Okay. Okay. Realistically, right, we're gonna... That doesn't make it, right. So Macau is the only one that can actually fuel there. Which obviously is not getting fueled anyway, which is terribly sad. I really thought that was going to do it. Maybe if I buy like 60 more drugs. This is like the saddest way to go around it, but we need to. I love it where it only has to hit Portugal, so China can't actually impede on that at all. Okay. I love it how everything else was kind of like on the fly, but specifically for... Wait. I mean, their trucks are better than... Oh, like... Yeah, it's fine. It's worth like two small factories, I would say. Like, oh, right. And half the time we can't use our factories. Right. What I'm going to say is I'm going to create one of these bad boys here, just as a backup. In case of a bad situation. Yo, like for a rainy day, of course. Right. We are getting morale army. Jesus Christ. It is just morale. The moment the horse walks over, the battle's over. The moment the horse walks in, that's it. Okay, okay, we're fine. We are recovering. To be fair, this is such a damning attack. Right, Shanxi. If Shanxi actually for real falls this game, Japan should win this. Japan should win this. If Shanxi falls, I get alleviated. If I get alleviated, oh, the world is over. Okay. Ambushers, so we should get more entrenchment, so less provinces will be attacked overall over time. That is. It's not like an instantaneous, sadly. I wish it were. Right. We should get a military theorist in right now, so we can just casually go through this as well. Okay. And as you can see, we are pulling slightly higher victories. We just ignore these two provinces that have not actually been given a break once this game. Okay. Once they are given a break, to be fair, we should be pulling, yeah, we are pulling an insane KD right now. We are actually doing another diplomatic war. That's all I'm hearing. And because we have now aerial superiority to the highest extent, tactical bombers, I love it that they're for CAS, but we can now do it for actual bombing as well. So we're going to want to get them to do their supply roads. Supply, that is it. That we want their railroads F. You know, the rule with tactical bombers is if you think you have enough tactical bombers, you don't. Get more tactical bombers. This post was made by the Tactical Bombers gang. Okay. Right, clearly the horse is required here. The horse is needed to alleviate the situation. Nay, says the horse of all knowledge and giving. Is that Shanxi? Wait, did Shanxi capitulate? Wait. Oh my god. Wait, they actually might. Spain was annexed, all equipment was seized. That's very sad. Anyway, I do love it how I'm just making these faster to make. Like, I don't care that they're ass or that they're not going to be useful in about like 2 months, but I just care that they can be made a lot. You know, if I can make them more than the English can make anything, we're fine. Okay. And we're like getting back to like almost maximum strength on all of our divisions, which is like going to be brilliant for us. Okay. Give control. Request forces. You have no forces. But what you do have is manpower. And what you don't have is an industry. But what we have been gaining off these little countries is their industries. Which is very nice, because if you check Goa, they did their industry earlier. And you can see they have no industry. Although, they should have an industry. It's very nice. These small things, they're beautiful. Okay. Oh, wait, Circle of Hell, like, knowing people can hear. Yeah, no, that's... I was, like, actually genuinely confused. I'm gonna have to admit. Right. That's sad. Oh, so I wanted to do that. Now it wouldn't. It doesn't matter. We can join the community. To be fair, we may as well. We may as well try. Okay, we're gonna improve relations. We are going to bring in the Soviet Union here. And we are going to try our hardest in the next 35 days to plead to the Soviets to why our country should be the one to rule them all. Okay. Fortress Buster, we love that, but no, we want equipment gain, plus 3%. And we want Guerrilla Fighter, most certainly. Because if we can entrench faster, they will be able to pop us so much less effectively. I do love it that they have just trained our units to fight them. Like, genuinely, that is all they've done, is just train their units for the beating. For the lashing, in fact. We shall lash them. Okay, Regional Defense Council of Aragon died. It's very sad. I feel like we probably could fight. Yeah, we could fight fascist Spain and probably bring back regular Spain. Do questionable the Civil War. I feel like that's like very dubious, but like it's possible. Then again, we can't even do it now because we're going the Soviet line. It really doesn't matter in my eyes. All that matters is that Portuguese China gets to do this. I actually still cannot. Oh my god, we've got supply again. Oh, it must mean something. Like just part of the. I mean, to be fair, look at that. Yeah, you are not gonna have a fun time with that. Agent was captured. Soviets don't like me. Ah, we could not ask for finer champions. Thank you, Russia. Russia, could I call you to arms real quick? That's so stupid that I can do that. Right. Yes, Russia. Fight China. Fight them. Fight them. Sick them. Sick them. Okay. So we have sat down on our ass and allowed them to do it. Does that also mean? Wait, what? What? I don't understand. No, I'm not fighting a 1v the entire nationalist Spain. That's fine. You can have it, Spain. Right. I love it how I actually, like, solidified my existence. Oh. Right, that is close. That's close. Given our terrible supply situations, I'm not even, like, certain how this occurred. But, hey, we're not arguing. We never purchased Ukraine, didn't we? That's a bit sad. Anti-fascism. Gains topple government, and we could technically sit this war. Which I just feel like might be a bit of a interesting situation given our current political sways. I don't think we have enough trucks. We have plus 90 trucks, so if we did that, we are only plus 60 trucks. We are so fine on trucks here. Okay, Mongolia is being called as an ally. That's fine. Mongolia is an ally of the Soviet peoples. God. This must be sucky for them. Enemy missions. Can I just not see the whole details? Why can I not see both? I want to see both. Okay, well, it's fine. Our missions are going fine. I think. I feel like they're going fine. They weren't going fine. I think I'd feel it. In my, like, teeth. In my being. I don't feel it. So, it must be going well. I love it how we've just not been building anything because we've not really had the capacity to do anything. Like, all game. So, it's not been, like, the instant thought for me. I mean, early mode would be kind of cool, kind of zany, kind of brilliant. But, okay. This might be stupid. In fact, it is stupid. But, you see, they're gonna have to get off my border to fight. To fight the Soviets, right? And that means they have to fight me. Oh, wait, the Germans sided with the Chinese. That's an interesting. Yeah, huh. That's not something you see every day. Oh, fun. We're just gonna curtail them a little bit. Like, out of the island region. And if we can push farther, that would be so nice. Okay, 51 days and we get a new kind of gun. Okay. China is definitely confirmed dead. That's brilliant. Right, we're gonna get Portuguese China. Okay. That many divisions? Nice. Thank you for producing literally everyone for me. That's actually really nice of you. And we're just gonna push up there real quick. Given the current situation, we can just keep doing it. We can just keep going. Given our current situation. Given our current situation, we can just keep expanding. Given the current situation of everything, it's fine. We can keep going. Oh yes. Oh yes, they are strained and we are going for it. We are gunning. We are once again gunning. You thought we were going to sit like an absolute abhorrent level? No, 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 no. We were to fight. We are to move. There is no sitting down in the commune. Thank you. We are not allowing China to make a mockery of the Portuguese people. So we must war. We must conflict. Right, we need Nanning. That is what we need. We don't want Nanning. We need Nanning. And they have no way to win. Yeah, they can't win anything there. Right. We need to starve Qingtao and take Nanning. If we can do that, Portuguese China actually has a reason to exist. Right. We win that battle. We win a lot of these random ass battles, in fact. It's almost certified victory on a lot of these. Okay. Okay. I think they're willing for me to, like, really expand in. Because, like, otherwise it's the Japanese fate, which I guess is worse-ish. I wouldn't say it's worse. I think the Japanese fate is, like, not that terrible, actually. You get anime! And let's not forget about all the horrible things they did in the war, and all the horrible things they did to their people, and all the Chinese people. Let's forget about all that for a second and say anime! It's such a good thing. Why would you ever not want to be part of the country of anime? Honestly. The empire of anime. Okay, yeah, China is so cooked. China is legit. If China's allowing me to do this, they are cream crackers. Right. Okay. We don't even have someone for cavalry. So we're just gonna gun them in and just be like, yeah, nah, you're fine. You're fine, mate. I think they might actually cap quite quick. Like, Nanning's gone. Nanning is dead. We are just trying our hardest to run around it in right now. Because if we can take this inlet here, A, it's an encirclement. B, it's a massive encirclement. And C, it makes this a lot easier. It makes this assault so much easier. Is Boomy yes, I am cooking a succulent Chinese meal. It's brilliant. It is awesome. Look at that. Guangxi clique is dead to Portuguese China. Portuguese China has genuinely moved and trapped the Nazis. I mean, we are just such a good influence to the world. And it only costed us like 400 odd guns. This is actually abhorrent. It's actually terrible. Like, we are an awful people for this. Like, we're so good at warfare that, like, it would be concerning on the world stage. Right, we're gonna start making our own air force. We're gonna start researching it, although I think it might be a bit late because the China War will be cooked quite soon. Because the Guangxi clique is dead. Guangdong. Yeah, they are dead. Just straight up gone. Okay. Okay, and up through China, please. Right. As many as we can. Thank you. Right. Brilliant. Thank you, Chinas. I don't know which China gave it to me, but that's why I'm saying thank you, Chinas. Because I'm being polite. Because I can't say one China is better than another China until I know which China helped me out the most. Okay. Bro, the instant... Are you going to fight Japan? Yes. Granted, we're gonna just absolutely... We're gonna berate them in the, like... When we're given the war thing to decide who gets what, we're just gonna say, well, we're the more important nation, and, screw you. So, get wrecked. I think whilst we have a chance in hell, we should do that, and we should really up the amount being recruited by our nice little collab government. We're not even going to up our guns, actually. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep going till we get stopped, basically. 10 divisions, no. We want no divisions on that. And we would like military access with the Japanese. So that this mistake never happens again. Right. Because the Chinese have been strained so hard right now, we can just really aggressively move through every front. Okay. Clearly, our fronts aren't defined right now. So we needed to find them better. Right, please could we... No, we don't want to help the Japanese. We don't want to give them occupation in the slightest. What we do want to do is expand greatly ourselves. Right, there we are. 16,000 units. And they're all extremely trained. Oh, China. China, you are kind of good, bro. I actually think it's better to just keep producing manpower rather than actually... I think it's better for me to produce more, like, soldiers for the war than to actually produce more, like, war equipment. It's like a really weird thing to say. Oh my god. In any defense, we are going to be cooked this time around. Defense, we're cooked. Offense, we're, like, brilliant. We have so many buffs for weird offenses right now. But we do not have the capacity to make... Right. We need trucks. We need trucks, like, now. Pronto. Pronto is the word for trucks. Right. Those two. Wait. We need to go up through China. Senor? Yeah. Chongqing. Right. We should be so fine in this war right now. But, on the off chance we are not okay, we have got an arse ton of planes behind us. And you know what? I think me, the Soviets, and the Japanese can do this. Okay, I think between us four, we should be fine. The Fool of Nanning, right, actual China, well, I say actual China. China 2 is not having a fun time. I am tempted just to do that with the guns, but I don't think we have enough reserve guns. So we're not gonna fiddle around with guns that we don't have, basically, is the current ethos of belief. I love that we just have enough planes that we can just fight continuously. Like, we have nothing else going for us, by the way. We just have a lot of guns. Just a lot of guns. We really have a lot of just, like, okay guns. They're not even very good guns. They're just okay. They're just okay enough to get by. But Portuguese China, how much have we done? 32% of the war goal. They've done 64, but we'll have cores. So we'll be able to claim much more than them. And because of our sudden amount of contributions, we should be fine. Start Lend-Lease. No. I don't believe that's a positive thing for me. Right, I think I accidentally upgraded that. Oopsies. But we have more factories, so I don't mind that greatly. It's fine. It's fine. Right, we'll go back down to standard attacks. Just like standard planned and large attacks, where we should be the victim most of the time. Just so we don't strain ourselves too hard, because if we do just die. That's just not worthy of anything. Okay, 65% of the war goal, 31. How's the Soviets doing? They're doing their thing. They're adding enough pressure in the north. Because we're not actually dealing with any real Chinas. Well, any good Chinas, I should say. Not real, but not good is the wording. The Chinas we have to deal with are arse at best. Right. Artillery, we do actually have artillery where the Chinese do not. You know what? Actually, that's going to be really nice. It's not going to help us amazingly. It's going to help us over a few little hurdles. I'm there for hurdle helping. Okay. As you can see, we can decimate Chinese units. Like, it's not a challenge anymore because we're very much in the war. We are very much there. It's only a risk only a risk that we might run out of manpower. That's our main risk. Running out of manpower is our main risk. But even at that, we'll be fine enough. I think there is a way that we can increase it. If not, we'll just actually do it we'll do it the standard way. We will get 150 political power. It will be fine. We'll fix the situation because yeah, we're against infinite manpower. But to be fair, we also just have an insane amount running up for us. Okay. And we will wait. How do I unpin? There we are. Right. There we are, and I'm actually like legitimately impressed by our hold. Like it is just our cast, by the way. If we didn't build planes, we would have been so cooked earlier. Like yes, they have more planes, but you can see they're not actually extreme support planes. They're fighters, which makes sense to why they're winning cast. It's fine. They're winning air support, but they're not winning cast support, which is fine because you can have cast without having air support, which is weird, but it's something. It's something, which isn't like terrible. Right. Okay. As long as we can keep this up enough, we should. Chanda. Okay. And then we want to hit here now. Whilst you hit up here. Just to really incite chaos in their lines. 2 front attack. It's diabolical. That defense will happen. You got Shande. They've left it way open. You know, I love it how I was just allowing the game to go by, but now I feel a need. I feel a massive need to micro a little bit. Okay, that was actually awesome. Right, Chongqing is completely open at the moment. Okay, is that a supply hub? It is. And they can't get supplied to that people. Easily, that is. Right, we take Changsha. Changsha is going to be massive for us because it's their supply hub. And you can't do anything when the supply hub's taken. Unless take it back. But if the defending force is known and built to not fall, you just have a good luck given to you. That's a bit of poo. That's fine. That's fine. Right. We're gonna push north because we want Chongqing now. Chongqing is like our next step because if we can take Chongqing, the war is over. And we won't even need to go up in anything. To be fair, the war is kind of writing itself as over. It's kind of neat. I'm like really attempting just to fend everything off and just fight north. Northbound is just where I'm going. Like securing battles northbound is my specialty at the moment. Because if we can take to the river line and then hit across into here, so realistically I want to remove that unit. Oh my god. Up there, and then we should be able to do this. That is not a river crossing. It's brilliant. I love it. I love not having river crossings. Okay. Right. We'll also take... Are you playing this historical? Yes. It's terribly historical. So that's why Japan's doing their thing. I managed to convince the Soviets in. And they love Portuguese China. They're a massive fan. So that's why we've been gaining so much, even when we're not taking land. It's because they're taking land for us. Portugal will be known as the Iberian People's Union, of course. I am still hoping that Portuguese China does turn communist, just by sheer chance, because it's just helpful if they do. Just downright helpful. Assault team. Assault team go. You just want to take a full assault team in. Right, this is stupid. I will clarify. Do not do this at home. Okay? because you have very limited supply at best. And at worst, it's suicidal. Why am I doing it? Because A, you're all here. And it would be the ultimate laugh if I cocked it up. And B, would it not be so cool if it worked? Hear me out. It's really only positives when you think of it. I love it how that's still going to win without any help. Theoretically, those units, I think they're almost free moving. Kind of nice. We are losing soil here, but then again, it's not land that I even care about. Why? Here is a tactically much superior area, so you don't have to fight on a hill for no reason. Balls on it. Balls on it. The game is rigged. The game is rigged. The game is rigged. Okay, this is fine. It is okay. This isn't the worst I've ever seen. 2,000 guns. 2,000 guns down. This is no longer a drill. This is no longer a drill. There's no drill here. There's no drill bits. It is just panic. Okay, attack the province on the mountain. We might be able to seize the mountain and go straight for Chongqing. Otherwise, we're gonna start wilting. Oh, we're hitting a peak point. We have to take it soon. It has to happen. It either happens now or it never occurs. Come on. Okay, we're going for it. We're going for it. Strike team alpha. Strike team alpha. Let's go. Because if we take the planes at least. Yeah, if we take the planes at least. Oh, that's massive. If we get Chongqing, that's even better. Okay, they're defending the planes with their life, which is honestly so fair. But I do think our planes are going to do it a million times over their planes. Right. Okay. We actually have more planes available. Look at that. Where is another nice little hub that I can fly planes? I cannot. Right. Well, I cry about it then. It's not even helpful until I get here. When I get here, I'm just gonna flood them all in and try to capitulate China ASAP, because otherwise I will have so much less of a war score, which is like actually criminal. How much independence does China have? Autonomy effect. Oh, right. Thank you, China. That's really nice to know that your independence is going down. But yeah, fairy Gordons are going to be a thing of the future. I love it. I love it how it's just Gordons. You're running a little low on Portuguese men. Yes, I'm aware. That's why there's a strike team to do it. Because genuinely, otherwise we just die. Like Chengde and Chongqing should fall around the same time, which is nice. That's why there's a whole ass like team going for it. There's a whole gunning team for it. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Just chill. Right. The thing is, we really don't want to stop this attack. If we stop the attack, we die. We like die almost immediately. So that's why I'm really hesitant to turn off any attack. Okay. I don't even know how you entrench. How the hell do you even entrench when you've been trying to move that for the longest of times? The game is cheating. That's all I hear. The game is actively lying to me. Right. Okay. Okay, right. We're gonna make that our new supply hub, like our new main one. Because Chengde is actually quite strong for us. There was no supply up here anyway. And if they can't do it, it really is going to start going a bit sad. Quite abruptly. If we cannot get a strike force into Chongqing, like now, it's going to start going a bit sad quite quick. We need this strike force. Like, one of the two to work. Okay. Okay, this strike force, it's going to work. This one, I have feeling for. Okay, Portuguese men are dying left, right, and center. There's hardly any Portuguese men on this one. I mean, the slowly impending doom of Japan is coming in. I'm just hoping. Right, this strike team actually has a shot at it. Okay, this is fine.
Ordens.
Because now we can attack there. And that should be a success, barely, but it will be. And we're really going to hope that we can get away with this. If we cannot, we are dead, and there's nothing we can do about it. Portuguese China would have seen its day. Yeah, we have no guns, we have no men, we have nothing. Nada. We are just praying that we just have enough in stockpile now. Oof. Okay, that's 3 divisions encircled. That is not very nice. But it is open at Chongqing. That's fine. Okay, the thing is, China will be running much lower on everything. And that's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy to keep continuing. As we are. Right. We can go to limited conscription. We're fine. Our amount of Portuguese students will be back up. We'll be backed up by, I don't know, even the ruble at this point. Okay. Everyone wants in on the random Portuguese loot. Okay. The thing is, because once you're encircled like this, for some reason, these guys have actual, like, equipment coming to them. I'm not sure how they're doing. When the Japanese come through, though, Chongqing is so ours. It is insane. Right, let's bully this. Get into the heart again by Chongqing. We have 2 provinces near Chongqing. If we can get the airport, we've won. We've won if we can get the airport. That's the thing. It's all on the airport. Nothing else. Like, solidly just the airport. Okay. Okay. That's just not working. Okay. Hi, Japan. It's very nice seeing you, mate. Very nice. Counter-attack onto Chongqing now. Right. Comrades, this is the most stupid move I've ever made in Hearts of Iron. We are force attacking, and we are going to pin everyone down real quick. Everyone that could move to save Chongqing is being stopped forcibly. Okay. No, you're not allowed a response. You're not allowed to attack anyone. God, no. Chongqing might have been saved. Ah! Okay, this was a very stupid move. Grand assault. Let's go. Okay. As much as possible. Just as much firepower as physically possible. We really don't want anyone in Chongqing. Oh, the Japanese have won it. Damn, this is the first time I've ever seen... Really? It is desperate. It's a desperate measure, I should mention. Like, you really shouldn't use force attack unless you really know that, like, you could win it for certain without. Like, without it, you couldn't win. That's the only time you should ever use force attack. But, in this situation, we definitely couldn't win if we don't use force attack. So, I'm confident in that. I'm so confident I will use force attack not once but twice. Okay. We will in fact create a nice little economy here. Okay, brilliant. 12,000 men. Chongqing is on the brink of falling. Right, we're even gonna force attack this province. God, every single soldier in my army is force attacking. It needs to be Portuguese. 99%. Oof. China is not in a fun situation, to say the least. Right. I think literally anything kills them. Anything kills them. If this encirclement finishes, it kills them. Kind of level. Then again, we can't finish it because we don't have the airport. Ah! This is called the Chinese equivalent, but Boomy invaded the UK and his strategy. If I can take Woking, I win. To be fair, if you can take Woking, it's over. Okay? You know, I've actually been to Woking. Okay? I've been to Woking, and in fact, I've been to a Pizza Express. And funny enough, I actually don't sweat. If you guys get the reference of Prince Andrew there, I pick you up. But yes, the strategy was very desperate. don't get me wrong. But do you see complaint? No. You only see victory. And that's all we need to think. Is all we saw there was pure victory. Unadulterated victory. For we must be the best Hearts if we only see victory. I genuinely think, like, any amount more death, they would actually die. Like, you capitulate anything, take anything, it's over. We actually just can't. We just actually don't have the resource to do so. Like, we're producing so many goods, but it's not even enough. It's not even close to enough. We don't even have what's like somewhat deemed as okay amounts of equipment. Okay. China was a fun war. I love it how Poland's just been capitulated. Comrades, I've eaten that pizza. Have you? It's a great Pizza Express. I'll actually have to admit, the workers there work tirelessly. I'm a big fan of the Pizza Express. USSR occupies Eastern Poland base. Oh, and then this finishes. This is fine. Because then we can fight with just Portugal. Just us. Just the two of us. God, imagine this is the depressing end. Look at it. It's Japan with Portuguese assistance onto Yan'an. It's over. It's over. The war is over. Oh, nice. Nice. Ah. Wait. Really cute thing about us. It doesn't really matter how many points Japan actually has. Soviets, why do you not have any points? This is gonna look a bit more alarming, actually. Ooh. Okay. This is not a great situation, I'll have to admit. But we've been in worse. Admittedly. As long as we connect with the Soviets, we'll be fine. As long as we do that. God. Terrible. This is actually an awful, awful situation. This is a really bad situation. But I think we might part 2 this, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe that. Yeah, I felt Yan'an was like a hook, line, and sinker to be totally transparent. Right. Okay. Let's make sure we get the most states, because China is just down to population, right? So we want the most states. Not the better states, but the most. Guangdong. Okay, and we do not have enough, so we have to give up Fujian. Which is fine. Give up Gansu. Wait, why don't we take the 2 high-profile provinces? Because of that. Got ya. Okay. You have to give up Gansu. Which is terrible. This is an awful fate for the world. Can I just point out that this isn't quite done though? And that this is horrific. So, Chinese Empire. Because that, yes. Because yes. Obviously, the next war would be very different. This. Well, actually, wait, would this be quicker? No, it wouldn't be. I was thinking, oh, do it on China again. But yes, this would be an interesting war, given the fact that Macau is the capital. Yeah, as you can see, we've got an arse ton of guns. We actually have like enough factories. We could probably like outproduce Japan now, like confidently outproduce Japan. In quite a fair few things, and in manpower we should be more than fine. And we probably could just war them, but for the sake of that would be so long, we shall put it down for now. This isn't an absolute victory, I will have to admit. It's actually far from. But we will be there. One of these days. I implore to you, comrades. If you hold out with our great government, we shall show you what true conquest is like. Plus, on top of that, you know, they're bloodthirsty, and Portuguese China should... Oh, right, more manpower. What is your manpower like? Yeah, 6 million available manpower. We would be fine. Like, 6 million? Like, and I have to produce 20? So they're like several hundred? Of course, Japan actually has to facilitate some army. Like, do remember, like, yes, we have to be in Macau to recruit them. I really wanted that province. But yeah, I think this is fine. I mean, Portuguese China. If you guys do want a part 2, do just, you know, let me know. Let me know in the comments of this. Let me know in the comments of literally anywhere. And I will probably do it. I will probably do it, because this was quite enjoyable. Was it painful? Yes. Yes, very much so. But it was enjoyable. And I think I'd just do a Defiant kind of like game where you just run through here. Kind of thing. I feel like that's quite nice and easy. I think that's quite a nice one to do. Granted, we wouldn't be able to have Soviet help at all. Right? Because now it's hit past the date. Well, kind of. We could, as long as we pinky promise to help the Soviets immediately afterwards on like this line. Because we could do it by 40s. 41 would be the absolute date that we could possibly do things. Because it's October, right? World War II is definitely going to begin fully. Like, that's about to happen. So, anyway, it has been brilliant streaming for you today, and just generally, you guys have been awesome. Thank you.